my God! I know he did this. He's an evil person.
A federal jury convicted a North Texas woman for planning the murder of a love rival in 2020.
She was a great daughter. I mean, she loved life. She was full of personality. Great mom. And I miss her a lot.
What you are about to hear is one of the most disturbing and complicated cases we have covered so far.
911, what is the address of the emergency?
Someone came up and just shot my assistant manager.
Where is the shooter?
I don't have enough information. He's gone. He left in his car. He literally left a second ago.
In Carrollton, Texas, police rushed to Alyssa Burkett's workplace after a terrifying 911 call. Gunshots had echoed through the building, and outside in the parking lot, Alyssa had been brutally attacked in broad daylight. When officers arrived, it was already too late. Alyssa was dead near the entrance of the building. Her gray Toyota Corolla had a shattered driver's side window, bullet holes in the glass, and nearby investigators found a knife sheath. But the most disturbing discovery came underneath her car, a hidden GPS tracker. That single piece of evidence changed everything. This was not random. Someone had been watching Alyssa, tracking her movements, and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Witnesses told police that Alyssa arrived at work around 8:52 in the morning. At the same moment, a man got out of a black Ford SUV, calmly approached her car, and fired through the window. Somehow, Alyssa survived the first attack. She managed to get out of the car and stagger toward the building, knocking on the glass and begging for help. But when the attacker realized she was still alive, he came back. This time, he used a knife. Then he returned to his vehicle and fled. There were no security cameras outside the building, but the crime scene told investigators a lot. The attack was organized. The killer knew Alyssa's routine. The use of a gun, knife, and GPS tracker showed planning, control, and a deeply personal motive. So detectives began looking into Alyssa's life. Alyssa Burkett was born in 1995 near Dallas, Texas. At 22, she met Andrew Beard on Tinder. Andrew was older, wealthy, successful, and seemed to live a comfortable life. Their relationship was casual at first, but everything changed when Alyssa became pregnant. On July 23, 2019, their daughter Willow was born. By then, Alyssa and Andrew had already separated, but they agreed to share custody. Alyssa was the primary caregiver, while Andrew saw Willow 1 or 2 days a week. Later, Alyssa began dating a man named Ben, and Andrew became engaged to Holly Elkins. At first, things seemed to improve. Alyssa and Holly even appeared to get along, exchanging messages about wanting a healthy relationship. But soon, strange things started happening. Holly reported that Alyssa's mother, Teresa, had attacked her while she was holding Willow.
She literally attacked me from behind side. I was facing the lake. I have
No. Oh, you have some on your stomach?
Teresa denied everything, and with no strong evidence, the case was closed. Then, weeks later, police received a suspicious call from a man named Frank.
Saw what I thought looked like someone just selling some drugs out of their truck, and I could smell it and I could see it. And
Okay, what kind of vehicle is it?
it's a little Toyota Corolla. I have a license plate if that helps.
Okay, great. What was your last name?
Morrow.
He claimed there was something inside Alyssa's car. Officers searched the trunk and found cash, drugs, and a gun with the serial number removed. Alyssa was shocked. She insisted none of it belonged to her and said someone had planted it to frame her. Police looked at her background. She had no criminal history, no drug use, and no criminal connections. The setup looked too perfect, too professional, and too suspicious. The case was dropped. But Alyssa was terrified. She told friends that Andrew was stalking her. She said she had seen him following her in a car, near a gas station, and outside stores. She became so afraid that she asked friends to walk her to her door and make sure no one was behind her. She even started a GoFundMe for legal expenses, writing that she feared for her life and for her daughter's safety. On the day of her murder, Alyssa reportedly told her mother, referring to Andrew, "One day he will kill me."
She even said, I think he's the kind of person that's gonna try to kill me. And he did! And he did! Oh my god! I know he did this. He's an evil person. He cannot get away with this. He cannot get away with this.
Now, the investigation pointed directly toward Andrew Beard, but there was one confusing detail. A witness had described the attacker as a black man, so detectives had two theories. Either Andrew hired someone else, or he disguised himself.
I like to say the black guy.
Did you see him holding the knife?
Yeah, in the hand.
Don't touch anything, okay?
Police searched Andrew's home and vehicles. Inside his house, they found notes with Alyssa's workplace address, her car details, and her daily routine. They also found the name Frank Marrow, the same man who had reported the drugs and gun in Alyssa's trunk. Then, investigators found a charger and portable battery matching the GPS tracker hidden under Alyssa's car. The evidence kept growing. Inside Andrew's vehicle, police found hiking boots soaked in bleach and cut into pieces. Near them were bottles of dark professional makeup, the kind that could make light skin appear much darker. This supported the disguise theory. Investigators also connected Andrew to a black Ford Expedition, the same type of SUV seen near the crime scene. GPS data placed it near the area shortly after the murder. Inside the vehicle, police found blood on the seats and floor. DNA tests later confirmed it was Alyssa's blood. They also found a fake beard matching the witness description. At that point, Andrew Beard was arrested again, this time charged with first-degree murder. But the case did not end there. Holly Elkins went to the police station voluntarily and defended Andrew. She insisted he had been home during the attack and claimed the accusations were ridiculous, even with the evidence against him.
I can't believe that my fiance would do something like that to a woman or to anybody, but a woman. So I just told all my friends and family that I'm engaged to the most wonderful man on the planet. Yeah. And now people want me to believe that he's not that.
And there are so many emotional roadblocks for you to try to believe that. I get that. I'm telling you, there's a side of him that you do not know.
Then, on October 21st, 2020, Andrew's $1 million bail was paid, and he was released. Alyssa's family was terrified. They feared he might run away, appear in court, or hurt someone else. Soon, the FBI became involved. 8 days later, Andrew was arrested again, this time for possessing an illegal silencer. Federal agents found the silencer in his home without a serial number or legal authorization. Andrew went back to jail and remained there for 18 months. Then came the biggest twist. After Andrew's arrest, Holly disappeared. She left Texas, returned to Michigan, cut contact with Andrew, rented a new apartment, bought a luxury car, and started a new relationship. But on June 15, 2022, Andrew decided to talk. He wanted to cooperate, hoping for a reduced sentence. According to Andrew, Holly was not innocent. He claimed she hated Alyssa and wanted to be the only important woman in Andrew and Willow's lives. He said Holly was behind everything: the fake attack involving Alyssa's mother, the planted drugs and gun, the surveillance, the private investigator, and finally, the murder plan. Andrew claimed Holly planned the killing for 2 weeks. She allegedly told him how to disguise himself, when to arrive, what to wear, and where to escape afterward. She even prepared messages for him to follow, almost like a script, to build his confidence. Investigators usually search for the killer, but sometimes they must also search for the person who created the killer. Andrew carried out the attack, but prosecutors believed Holly was the mastermind who pushed and controlled him. In July 2023, Holly Elkins was arrested at Miami Airport after returning from vacation in the Dominican Republic. She was charged with conspiracy to commit murder. At trial, the prosecutor opened with a chilling statement. Andrew Beard is a monster, but he is Holly Elkins' monster.
But happy, overwhelming emotions, because finally, this has been a long time coming.
Messages between Andrew and Holly showed a toxic, controlling relationship. Police also found that Holly had researched tracking devices, surveillance tools, and methods of control. By September 2020, the plan was already in motion. Holly and Andrew bought the black SUV together. The next day, Holly bought the dark makeup. Days later, they bought the same type of bullets and knife later connected to the crime scene. According to prosecutors, everything came from Holly's obsession with gaining control over Willow. But Willow was more than a child in a custody battle. To Holly, she had become a symbol, something she wanted completely for herself. And prosecutors argued that to gain that control, Alyssa had to be removed. So now the question is yours. Was Andrew the only monster in this case, or was Holly the mind behind everything? If you made it this far, subscribe, leave a like, and follow us on social media so we can continue uncovering cases that would otherwise remain hidden.